But we've got the management of Jubilant Food joining us on the show. Hari Bhartia, co-chairman and managing director of the company, joining us. Mr. Bhartia, congratulations on the opening of your 500th outlet today. Tell us what the road ahead is for the company and how many more additional outlets should we expect that Jubilant will open in the remainder of the current financial year?
Thank you. In the last quarter in this financial year, we have opened about 24 stores, and in this financial year total we will open about 100 stores. So if you really see the growth, in the last 3 years we have opened more than 200 stores while we started this business almost 16-17 years back. So I think we are slowly accelerating our growth every year.
Mr. Bhartia, afternoon, if you could also give us a sense of your margin picture, since we've not seen any major expansion since the time your company listed.
No, we continue to expand the market because we are trying to make pizza as affordable as possible. Because as you must have seen that our same store growth has been quite high compared to anyone else in the industry. Last year we grew at more than 30%. So in the first quarter we also grew more than 20%. So our same store growth has been quite high. Our absolute growth has been high. So our effort more is to expand the base of pizza eaters. We launched Pizza Mania, which is pizza at 35 rupees. And I think that has helped us to expand the market. So we will continue to do that with product innovations, with products which are more palatable to the Indian taste. So that's our strategy going forward.
Sure, but Mr. Bhartia, you talked about Pizza Mania and the fact that product innovation is the way forward. Would you say that product innovation is something that you cannot do without in the current environment where food inflation means, high food inflation means that the disposable income in the hands of the consumer is only coming down?
Yes, you are right. Product innovation is continuously required at two levels. You need to bring new flavors, new taste to the consumer because consumer also wants to experience new things while you focus on your core product, that is pizza. And even on pizza you can have different toppings. But the second thing that we do is, because we have achieved such a large scale, if you look at it, we are about 500 stores now. In that, we are also able to take advantage of scale. That means able to reduce cost while we buy food from our vendors. So we leverage that advantage and pass it on to the customer. And that's how we are tackling with food prices. So we are trying to pass on the minimum amount of food inflation to the customer.
Fair enough, Mr. Bhartia. Also, if you could just tell us what the outlook is for your company on your volume as well as your same-store sales growth. Do you think, because given that it took a beating in the last quarter, are we expected to see some recovery there?
No, I don't think, I would say we have taken a beating because you cannot sustain 30% same-store growth year after year. And as and when we are expanding to smaller cities, we are going to, today we are present in 110 cities, and as and when our stores are becoming more mature, we are opening more and more stores in the same areas. I think our effort is to expand the market, and we have already said that our growth this year would be in the range of 18 to 20%, and I think we will be able to achieve that. And that is one of the highest in the industry, not only in India, but also if you take the global players, probably we are one of the highest in the world.
Right. Mr. Bhartia, it's fairly interesting because at a time when your input costs are rising quite substantially, competition is forcing all of you to cut prices. In fact, we had McDonald's initiate a price cut just some time back. How challenging do you believe the quarters ahead are for your industry?
No, as I told you earlier, we continuously take advantage of our size. So we bring down costs in partnership with our vendors for our input costs. We try and do product innovations which can help reduce cost of food. So that is a continuous effort, and I think we have been leaders in that, to bring a good experience of pizza or the other food that we have introduced in our stores, keeping the price reasonable and passing as minimum as possible to the customer. And I think we will continue to do that. We continue to see strong traction at the consumer level, and I think this industry is only 10 to 15% organized, so we see opportunity to grow the market, go to larger number of cities. So I think we see huge opportunity going forward.
Let's shift gears, Mr. Bhartia, and talk about Dunkin' Donuts. If you could just walk us through the progress there. And, most of the analysts believe that the operational expenditure for Dunkin' Donuts has halted the expansion of your overall earnings. How would you respond to that?
Anytime you open a new brand, the first year is a tough one, because what you want to do is stabilize the supply chain, you want to stabilize the operation, and also the product offering. You want to optimize the product offering to the customer. We have opened 3 stores, as you know, and we plan to open 10 stores in the first year. I think that if we are able to do that, I would consider that as a good achievement. And when we open 10 stores, we open in different kind of formats. We open in shopping malls, we open in high street. Now that gives us a good experience of how the store operations could be optimized and how the customers look at Dunkin' Donuts. I think the initial response has been outstanding. It's an all-day part, so you can come in for breakfast and you get a certain menu during lunch or during tea, and so we have a strong, of course, donut offering. We do sandwiches and a large number of beverages, and of course, great famous Dunkin' Donuts coffee. So the initial response has been quite good.
All right, Mr. Bhartia, thanks very much for joining us on the show, and congratulations once again on the opening of your 500th outlook, and wish you the very best with the quarters ahead.